I am Red Cyclone! Aria!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What is up? What is up?
Chilling, Merc. How you doing?
So the fact that we kind of predicted something or just put something in the air last week on the cast, I kind of want to try to do it again and see if we can.
Hey, listen, be careful with that. We got a monkey's paw because we wanted Mandy Rose to have a match, and she got her face destroyed. Come on, man.
Sacrifices must be made.
That's not what I wanted.
So last week we kind of talked about Usagi and hopefully that he'll be part of the game, and we got NECA signing a deal with the creator of Usagi Yojimbo to get a toy line. Well, one, to get a toy line, I think, for the new TV show that's coming out on Netflix, but also he is getting a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon version of Usagi Yojimbo.
Did anybody say they're gonna make a cartoon with him in it?
Yeah, Netflix is doing Samurai Rabbit, The Chronicles of the Samurai Rabbit.
Is that supposed to coincide with everything, or is that just?
It's gonna be based on his comics.
Okay, and aren't those still going?
Yeah. Tuesday.
So, all right.
Yeah, so more Usagi. Let's get him into the video game now.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm crossing my fingers for Super 7 to get a remastered version of the original figure of Usagi Yojimbo.
Good stuff.
Just put that in the air. Let's see what happens. Sorry, Mandy Rose.
Bring the Demandy's Donuts to New York, and then we could talk.
Yes. That would be great. I'll go to their podcast if they do like a live podcast thing.
I mean, like, they need to open a store. Like, I want some donuts, dude.
I seen some of their donuts too. I was like, that's ridiculous. Where can
I know.
Right,
I don't feel like working out as hard as they do, though. I'm just saying.
Nah, me either.
I'm not eating all that. So, you know what? I just want one. Jesus.
Just one.
I heard a story recently about a man who ate a dozen Krispy Kreme glazed donuts on a road trip back to go visit the Krispy Kreme because they don't have one.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's crazy. Like, nah, man, I can't do that. But
what they did dangerously now is that they made one not that far from me.
Really? Okay.
There's a Krispy Kreme on 23rd Street in Madison.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And they deliver.
Wow, that's insane. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. My thing is, I just want, if I do have cravings and shit, usually is the Krispy Kreme donut. Those are the ones I'll get. I don't like Dunkin' Donuts that much.
I have a very small list of anything I would get from Dunkin' Donuts. They have this specific. You almost have to fight them to get a certain donut because they want to give you the other one because it looks the same. They have There's I don't know what it's called. It just says vanilla cream, right?
Yeah.
But it's a powdered donut with vanilla cream. I don't know. That's generic, right? You've seen that before.
Yeah.
But then there's two. There's the one with the clear cream or the custardish.
Yeah.
And then there's the one with the white cream.
Bus
that's
cream.
the one you want. No. It's straight up white.
Yeah.
So the first one is the equal to the Boston cream.
Yeah.
I don't want that one. I want the other one.
Okay.
I want the stuff that's probably worse for you. So
yeah.
Because it tastes better.
Yeah.
You know, if it tastes better, it's probably worse for you.
Yeah.
So, but like I'll get the Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Because they got the Homer Simpson. So
let's go home.
But like it's a very short list, and you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. So the whole thing with Usagi is cool. I hope they do the Super 7. Simpsons is getting the Super 7 treatment as well with Mo. No, it's Mo, it's Homer, Poochie, and Itchy and Scratchy Robot from like the episode when they went to Itchy and Scratchy World.
Are there gonna be more? Because the Mo one I don't remember seeing until this week.
Yeah,
I followed Super 7's Instagram and I saw the Mo show up in the singles packaging.
Yeah. So those are the first 5. They haven't mentioned any series after that now.
Okay.
But they're
Is
ready.
that the first wave?
Yes, first wave.
Oh, so you mean they're just starting this?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have a generic Homer. They
Huh?
have Space Homer,
Yeah.
right? They
Yeah,
don't have
Space
generic Homer.
Yeah, no generic Homer, just Space Homer.
I'm
I'm curious. I was looking at the Space Homer and looking at Mo, and maybe Poochie. I don't care about the Itchy and Scratchy robots.
Not the robots. I would get the regular Itchy and
Yes, me
Scratchy.
too. But those two. So I was starting looking at it, and I'm like,
But it's Super 7. You know which ones I would really, really buy if they were a thing? The Tracy Ullman Simpsons.
oh shit.
I want somebody to make some figures of those early ugly ones, please. Especially the Bart and Homer. Oh,
That'd be cool.
God.
I would like to see Bart, like a Bartman. We have Bartman accessories and shit.
Was there a Barterang? I had the comic book, but I don't remember if he had gadgets.
Yeah, he had like a little rope. He had the slingshot. He had a rope.
He had the slingshot. Man, that slingshot was garbage in that game, dude. That whole game was trash.
Yeah.
Poor Bartman. He got stuck into like just the worst stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing. Can you think of anything that Bartman was in that he was playable that was like really good?
No.
Like beside, like
Hit and Run?
I mean, can you? I was about to try to discredit that game. I was about to say, listen, you can't count that game. Don't do it.
The Road Rage.
Was that really good?
It was okay. It was Crazy Taxi. You want to be?
Okay. All right. I don't think I want to play that though.
Yeah.
Would you play Simpsons Wrestling? Like, would you?
No.
Cause Bartman's in there.
I have.
You play it?
It was terrible.
Would you? I know. Would you play like those terrible SNES one? Oh my God! Listen. Have you seen the AVGN for those?
The what?
The Angry Video Game Nerds.
No, I have not.
You should. All right, I got some stuff to send you then. All right. Poor Bartman. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
He's not had it easy.
They didn't have. Simpsons didn't have a lot of good games.
No, they did not.
The arcade game was one. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you go back and say Bart versus Space Mutants, I was like, you never finished that game, so fuck you.
That you never even played it for more than 5 minutes because it's not good.
The Bart
Compared to the other stuff on whatever system it was on you were playing, it was not worth the money.
Bart versus the World wasn't good.
No.
Bart's
I-
Nightmare wasn't good.
The camp game? Whoa. It was terrible. Guess what? I beat it.
Simpsons did not have good games. Besides the arcade.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
Hit and Run.
Hit and Run. Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Maybe Road Rage. Maybe.
Wasn't that very recent the news of somebody trying to remake Hit and Run in was it Unreal 5 or
Yeah,
Unreal
they used
4?
to. Yeah, they hoping that EA buys it.
I hope so. Okay. Oh, EA has the rights for the Simpsons
Yep.
games?
Yes, they do. They did the Simpsons movie game. Actually, that game wasn't that bad.
At
The
least it's
Simpsons
not
movie game.
Activision.
Yeah.
At least it's not Activision, right?
Yeah, the Simpsons movie game wasn't that bad
For
Xbox
The one that came
360,
out not too long ago.
PS3.
okay, gotcha.
It was
Gotcha.
like a spoof of everything. So like they had like a spoof on Shadow of the Colossus when you fought like the big
Okay.
donut guy, and they had like Ryu's like as villains, like a bunch of running nerdy Ryu's and stuff like that. It was just a really silly game. It wasn't bad.
Okay, you know what's a missed opportunity, Mark? Where's the Lego Simpsons? Is there a Lego Simpsons?
It should be.
There should be a Lego Simpsons.
It should be a Lego Simpsons. I'm all for Lego Simpsons. I'm all for anything Lego. Like I think Lego, the people that do the Lego games do a great job with those games. So I think I'm all for anything. I would like to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Lego game.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that. Yeah, Turtles Legos.
I want to play as the team of 3. Where they all have the samurai armor on.
There you go.
But the movie is bad.
Yeah.
So what happens when you get to the end of that part of that section of the game? Do you just fight some random white dude?
Yep. Ran right through with a canary.
He falls in the water. That's it.
The funny thing is, like, one thing about Lego is that they know how to make. They put a sense of humor into it. So basically, they probably will make Turtles 3 better if they did the Lego form.
I 100% believe they would.
Yeah. So I'm for that.
All right, now that needs to be a thing, Mark. All
Yes,
right, we said it.
Turtles, Lego Turtles. We set it out. We get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. What else? I was looking at where was it? There was some news. Where is it?
I was gonna ask you, is it too early to say that Usagi is gonna be in the Nickelodeon game? But no, right?
Again,
because he's not in the current series, right?
No, he's not. But
okay.
But what the game looks like is based on the first 2 seasons of Turtles.
No, not that one. The
okay.
other one.
The
big party one that has a
he's
bunch
not
of
gonna be
people
in
in
it.
it.
I don't think he's part of Nickelodeon like that. So I don't see Usagi.
That's what I was thinking.
There's all 4 Turtles.
The other ones we talked about. We want him in the 2D one.
Yes.
But I wonder if like Nickelodeon.
Casey Jones could be part of it though.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So let's get it out there. We want that, and that's why I like that. You know, I haven't been really going into these figures, but I've been looking for them because one of my coworkers, John, he collects them for him and his son, the DC multiverse figures that McFarlane's doing. I
have seen some. Some of them look all right.
Yo,
I mean, mostly the Batmans.
There's so many Batman.
I was about to say, mostly the Batmans is what I've seen.
It's like almost every figure.
Pretty good.
Yo,
there's a bunch of different Batman.
I have the whole collection of things like on a list, and like every single line has at least 2 Batmans on it.
It reminds me of back in the day when you used to get Batman, and Arctic Batman, and Batman, and then some reason Karate Batman, and then there was a reason Batman had to have a spacesuit, and for some reason Batman had to be in the desert.
Yeah.
So he had a brown costume. You know what I'm saying?
So
okay. Go ahead. Mark, I just want to bring up something. Are you telling me we're going back to the era when? Do you remember how many Batman figures there were, and just for the movies alone?
Do you want to see the list of these figures? And I'll show you them. Then you'll be like, "Oh shit!"
Boy.
There's at least 1 or 2 Batmans on each line.
They have how many though?
I'll show you. I want your reaction more than I want to tell you the numbers. The reaction is gonna be better than the.
Because it has to be at least 10.
Nah, it's more than 10.
Oh, it's more than 10. Well, that's crazy. That's way too many.
All right, I sent you it.
Okay. That's an interesting looking Bane. Right off the bat.
Yeah.
What's that thing next to Batman? At the top. What is that? Is that a demon? Whoa, that's terrifying. Why does Batman have a straight jacket on and the one next to Wonder Woman? What happened in Batman's universe?
There's a lot of
Why is there a
going
Batman
on.
and he looks like he's naked except he has boots on?
Yep.
And a black bat on his chest with purple?
Yep.
What's that one? Why does Batman Beyond have a cape? There's 2 Batman Beyonds and they have capes.
And a girl. There's a girl Batman Beyond.
Who's that? Oh, I'm not that far down. I'm still in the second row.
Yeah.
They got the blue and gray, but with armor. They got another one that looks like the Punisher.
Yep.
Is that from the Joker that laughs at Robin?
Yes.
With the crown like of thorns and a big smile on his face.
Yep.
What is the one in the next row? Like, is that supposed to be the Dark Knight Returns? Because his face is blue.
Oh, the left? That's if Darkseid was Batman.
Oh, so you got Darkseid Batman next to Darkseid. All right.
And then the Ben Affleck.
That's why he's so big. Then the 3 Ben Afflecks, one with no mask. Okay.
Then you have Thomas.
That's Thomas Wayne down there. Okay, got you.
Regular.
You sure those 2? Is that the Nightwing that laughs at the end?
Yes, it is.
The creepy face. And then at the bottom, is it an Azrael at the bottom?
That is Azrael.
All right, that's cool. I didn't figure they would make that.
They have
And then
so much
there's
shit.
another. Is that a Green Lantern Batman?
Yep.
So there was a joke that was from Giant Bomb from years and years ago, maybe like 8, 9 years, but maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, around when they first started.
Yeah.
It was Batman, Russian Batman, and Green Lantern Batman, and these were all made up. They just made that shit up. So now you're telling me Green Lantern Batman is real? Jeez. Where's Russian? Oh man, Russian Batman is real. He was real at the time. Damn. They all exist.
Yes.
There's too many Batmans.
So many Batmans. And there's a figure, but they look cool. They look dope as hell. McFarlane's been doing them, and he just released one this week that had like it was McFarlane's version of Batman that came out, I think in the late '80s, that had the super long ass cape. I think he did it with the Spawn, Spider-Man's Batman Spawn, and it basically it has the long ass cape, right? And then the way you put the long ass cape, you got to take out the arms to put the cape. So basically, you're not gonna see his arms, but the cape stretches out and it's like fucking huge. And then if you want him regularly, you put the arms back on, and it has a cloth cape. He
did an all right job with the foldable plastic because they had hinges for the original Spawn. So I mean, listen, you want to evolve and you don't want to do all that. That sounds all right.
No, it's cool.
I bet it looks cool as hell.
Yeah, it does look cool. They have some really cool shit.
So that's the brand new Batman line? Like that whole thing is a Justice League line? Or is that just...
It's the new DC line, McFarlane's multiverse line.
Okay.
So Tom McFarlane has a big hand in those figures and stuff like that. So basically, that's what he's doing.
That's good stuff.
And I got introduced it more because one of my coworkers collects them and shit. So he kind of like I'll help him out, like try to find some for him and his son. So
did you happen to see? I don't know what it was a part of when they released the pictures for it. The Mandalorian May show movie realization, Ronin Mandalorian and Grogu, but we can still call him Baby Yoda.
Oh, I saw that. That was actually pretty dope.
The cool ass looking samurai. It's not even Lone Wolf and Cub because you can say that, but he's not dressed like Lone Wolf. He's just like the Mando is just like a samurai, full on samurai. Armored mask. The helmet looks dope. Kind of reminds me of Shredder.
Yeah. I saw it. It looks really cool.
The baby in the traditional little stroller, but still has a pod, which I think is funny.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a cool shit. Like, but yeah, the DC, like, I just was looking at like all the stuff that they have, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm glad I didn't decide to go into that. Like, I'm like, all right, I'll stay away from those. But then, But then I see the Batman Beyond stuff, and then I see the Batman animated series shit, and I'm like, fuck, I kind of want those.
Is their line separate from that, or you mean just the ones you see in there?
Yeah, I see them in there. So basically, they have the Batman.
Cause I see the two, the Beyonds.
Yeah, I saw the Beyond in Forbidden Planet.
Oh, they're all actually out right now, or is that like only a few of them?
Everything that's there is out already.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, everything there is out already, and then they have a shitload ton coming out too. Which is ridiculous how much.
Hasbro, look what you started. The wars have begun.
Right, and then like I'm glad I kind of stopped with the Marvel Legends, but even Marvel Legends are getting fucking ridiculous too. They have so much stuff as well.
Did you pre-order the Galactus or no?
No, I did not. I was like,
did not get it on that last day? All right.
Nah, I didn't get it, and I saw like it was the Doctor Doom head.
I see. What is that from? I don't remember that story.
Well, technically, he was green. Like he wasn't. Okay. He didn't look like Galactus, but they were not going to do a whole color change just for that. So yeah. Okay. But that was like, damn, so much shit. Anyway,
I see. There's speaking of figures, there's like gargoyles in a series called Q-Figs.
Yeah.
And it's almost like chibi gargoyles figures.
Oh, cool.
And they come with like a little stand. They're $30 a piece.
Well, I have the NECA ones coming soon. Like I think that they already took out the money, so it should be coming. I can't wait for that. That one has a long ass wingspan. I think the wingspan is like 12 inches.
It's about the Goliath, right?
The Goliath, yeah.
Yeah. They only have Lexington and Bronx here for these figures.
Oh, okay.
That's it. They look pretty cool.
But yeah.
I assume the whole line makes like the rooftop or something because they all come with a piece.
Oh, that's
Actually,
cool.
they have the brother from Last Airbender, Sokka.
Oh,
is
okay,
here.
cool.
So
So much.
Nightmare
toys.
Before Christmas. Like, this is interesting. I've never heard of them. How do you have a alien queen? What?
Yeah.
Jeez. This is a whole other thing. Oh no, they do have Demona, Goliath, Darkwing Duck.
Yeah. What are they called
They
again?
have Sub-Zero.
What they call
This is
again?
amazing. Q-Figs. Q-Fig Max is like the rest of them, but the first ones I saw were the Q-Figs for Gargoyles.
Yeah.
But when you scroll down, I saw it on Big Bad, so that's what I was looking at. I was trying to find the Batmans.
Cool.
The Batmans.
Okay,
and
I've
I just
seen
saw
these toys
this,
before.
and I was like, "This is ridiculous." Wait a second. There's so many like,
Some Ninja Turtles. God damn you!
but they all look cool. That's the thing. They're like, these are like, I like these more than Pops, just to be honest.
I
with you.
kind of want the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles look cool. Is that Donatello with hair?
No, he has
goggles
a
on.
hat on.
It looks like he has hair.
Yeah, he has a hat on. I kind of want these. Damn it! Damn you! I'm gonna have to buy
But like
these.
the
Cyclops looks
they
cool.
look cool. The Miles looks cool.
Spider-Ham looks cool.
They have Gwen, Catwoman from the animated series specifically.
Oh, okay. The Deadpool I've seen before. I actually seen that in GameStop.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. Darkwing. Oh shit, Darkwing looks dope. Pretty
To the
cool.
Scorpion.
Oh damn it! You gonna make me buy toys on here?
I have the Ripley and the Loader. That's ridiculous, dude. A chibi Ripley and the Loader. So as far as figure talk, there's a lot of stuff, dude.
Yeah, it's always a lot of stuff.
It's always a lot of stuff.
Always hurts my pocket all the time. But yeah, there we go. I want to get into this movie before I buy mad shit on bad toys right now.
Yeah, we should.
Our movie this week is Timecop, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yes, sir. And the release for this movie was in the U.S. September 16th, 1994.
Yep.
This was after Street Fighter. So we have the post Street Fighter Van Damme.
Yes.
So it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme as Walker, Mia Sara as Melissa, Ron Silver as McComb,
Yep.
Senator McComb, Bruce McGill as Matt Suzak. I'm sure in the movie he wasn't saying his name like that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Gloria Rubin as Field, Scott Bellis as Ricky. That's about it. Well, Scott Lawrence as Spada. So like he's a main person.
Yeah.
Who played the president? Was it Kenneth Welsh? Trying to see. This is just I believe he did play the president actually.
He had the mullets.
No.
The ugly ass mullets.
Yeah, that's true. Then you get the bad guy. I don't know what the bad guys' names are. I can't. Let's see. Stephen Lambert. He looks like Skinner from WWF.
He does kind of like Skinner.
Man, yeah, that's one thing we can say about this. This
Isn't
had
it?
the '90s villain fashion. It was in full effect in Timecop. They had the powerful mullets. They had just the most ridiculous leather jackets. Some dude had like the craziest rectangular shades.
Yep.
Like it was nuts. I still wonder why one guy had samurai shin guards on. I'm like, what? It doesn't make any sense with his outfit. I guess he killed a samurai and took him. Jeez.
He went back to the past. To beat
I
up
mean,
the
well,
samurai.
He has a kind of cool. It's not super cool, but it's kind of cool with the scene where they're explaining. Well, essentially, that's how the movie opens. Is with one of these directors for some team in the government is having a meeting with the president about time. Essentially, he's giving him a very explicit warning that they have to create a time sort of police force. He has with him the chief of the Washington police, which ends up being Jean-Claude's friend, the director.
Oh, okay.
And we see him throughout the movie. But yeah, he's explaining this entire thing about how a scientist actually created time travel. He gives the rules. He's like, yeah, you can only go back because you can't go to the future because that isn't created yet. But if you go back, you will create ripples in time and change events and things. And that has drastic changes on the present, right?
Yeah.
So they need to make a force to police it. So they show in the beginning the first example, or I don't know if it's the first example, but an example of a criminal like back in time, and he holds up, I guess it's a government shipment, right? Because I guess it's gold on the way to Fort Knox, I think it is.
Yeah.
And he's like, we have gold on delivery. Can you please get out the way? And just one man standing there, and it's like 4 soldiers, and again, it's old timey. So it's way back in the day. They don't have guns like today, but so they're standing there like, sir, it's terrible rain. Do you want to die in this miserable weather? And he's like, I'll ask you again kindly. Could you give me the gold, please? And then as soon as they pull out their guns to smoke him, he pulls out these future tech Uzis or whatever, and then just lights them up. Yep. So showing you basically somebody has gone back in time and they're stealing money.
Yep.
And that ends up tying into the main thread of the movie, so it's not like they just chose a random one. So and then they give you the origin of Van Damme as the time cop, because at first it doesn't seem like it. Like you don't one to one get the correlation.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really get what happens to him is terrible, basically. But you find out it actually does tie in, because it's one of those events you're watching someone go back in time to try to stop him from becoming the time cop.
Yeah.
So like that's what you see. Those 2 guys. There's a scene of him in the mall going to meet his wife. He has this whole scene where he sneaks behind his wife, and they have this very weird conversation. And he turns around. It's funny because that's kind of a callback to what happens later.
Yeah.
But it's not a callback because it didn't happen yet. It's because of the future.
Yeah.
The past. But they go back in time. See what I mean? So I kind of like how the movie's written. There's just some character choices in this movie, specifically towards the end when the wife goes on the roof for no reason in the middle of a rainstorm where she could have hid somewhere. I don't get that. That's dumb. You got struck by lightning. Come on, man. So, but I like a lot of how this movie sets up events that take place later, and like I give it some credit. Some of the CG is not great.
Yeah.
A lot of blue screen or green screen for that era is you can see it.
Like especially because we watched The Mask and how clean their shit was, and now going back is like.
Yeah, not everybody got that budget, which is like, what you see what I'm saying? Like, who the hell made The Mask that it has such a high quality? And then you get Timecop, which has a known name. You know, it's not like it's Jim Carrey was the man, but he wasn't like. Was he there yet? Where he's like the highest paid actor and the face of everything at that point?
Nah, he got this. That was after Street Fighter, and that was a flop. And then
no, not Van Damme. I'm talking about Carrey, because his movie was
his movie successful.
But how was that, before The Mask or after The Mask?
That was after The Mask. That was before The Mask.
So was he at the time? Was he that dude?
He was starting to be that dude.
So, but he wasn't there yet, right?
No.
So, again, I'm just wondering, and it's a comic book movie too.
Yeah.
Mind you, these are both comic book movies. This movie that I forgot in the beginning, they show it says by Dark Horse. So I'm like, okay.
Yep, it was a Dark Horse.
But it's just like, budget, man. Dude, they gave The Mask a budget.
Yeah.
Timecop, not so much.
Nah.
At least not on the CG effects and stuff. The set effects is actually pretty good. Like, I like the set they have where they have the machines for the going back in time. I told you, Merc, the self-driving cars though, they look like crap. They're
Oh, they were
ugly.
all like tank looking and shit.
They just had like the worst look. They look like they belong in Double Dragon.
Yeah, they look like, because even Double Dragon's cars look all like fucking beat up. They just
They look like Mad Max. Yeah.
Yeah, that one had it had more of a Mad Max look to it. And this one, they were just like tanks, like little small tanks.
And then, like, why does it look like that when the future in Timecop, which is 2004,
Yeah,
the movie takes place in 2004, and it goes back to the current year, then 1994, right?
yeah,
But other than that, like, it's not that far. That was only 10 years.
yeah.
And what they envisioned for self-driving cars and the time travel, some of that stuff was kind of like, this is chunky and ugly. I don't whatever. But like, again, this is actually a lot of the stuff in the movie, which I've only seen this once, and that was like around the time it came out.
Yeah.
And even then it was a television version, so I never saw some of the graphic violence in this movie with the dude, that one guy that in the scene where they're fighting in the microchip place, where the guy gets frozen,
Yeah.
and then he falls into the chip bed, and like his arm got knocked off by Van Damme because he got frozen and he kicked it off, and then he falls over the railing into the chips, and then he gets fried, and it's like, it looks like the dummy's head fell off.
Yeah.
But then they go back to it, and it has a head. So like, I don't know, man. Caught that on camera. So, like, there's a lot of just this movie was violent. It was definitely rated R. There was like flying Fs going around.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
and also I'll say like this is probably one of the weaker of the fight scenes with Jim Van Damme, because a lot of them were very like you got the
generic
beginning.
action cop.
Yeah, it was like generic action cop. Like you got the kicks in the beginning of the movie, but like after that, it was mainly like basic shit. Like it wasn't like something that you normally see in a Van Damme movie. You see those crazy kicks and shit like that.
Well, I guess you can't really say that because it's 94, so this is an early one. So
Yeah.
technically, that's not true.
Yeah.
Technically, this is before a lot of the other ones. Because this is like after Kickboxer, and you said which was the one before this? Hard Target?
Well, Hard Target was like the big John Woo one, so yeah.
So, like, again, like, this is still before Double Impact. This is still before. Let me jump.
No, Double Impact is before this.
No, well, let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Double Impact is before.
Yeah, Double Impact is before this. This is like during the time.
So Double Impact is the one with that initiated the goddamn twin thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I saw there's a scene in this movie where they do the twin thing.
Yeah. So
him and his body in the same place. So hold on.
This was after Street Fighter, Hard Target. This is before Double Team, and some of the other crap he made.
This was after Cyborg, so this was like Van Damme was Bloodsport, Cyborg, Kickboxer, Lionheart, Double Impact. I guess Death Warrant. I don't know.
Nah, this was
Universal Soldier.
Yeah. All his good ones
before this. He's actually in Last Action Hero. What? I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think
isn't he like only in the he doesn't fight or anything. He's like he's really Van Damme in that movie.
Yeah, but I think he's like a big celebrity and shit. Like,
yeah, he's himself.
Schwarzenegger. I think he's like the Schwarzenegger of his time or some shit like that. It was some really dumb shit.
No, Schwarzenegger's in that movie.
Yeah,
I think he's at the movie premiere. I think.
Oh, okay.
And Schwarzenegger's having the movie premiere, and then Van Damme, I think, is there. I think that's about it.
Oh, okay. This was the downfall of Van Damme, actually. Like,
yeah, I think this is probably. Yeah, I guess so, right? This is like him conforming to. No, so see, look, here they technically have this movie debuting before Street Fighter, but it's like filmed in the same year.
Yeah. But Street Fighter wasn't that good either.
No, so I guess this is probably like, he started doing like more traditional.
The Sudden Death wasn't that great.
Traditional, like.
Sudden Death wasn't that great.
Like,
I like the quest.
Straightforward, bang, bang, shoot 'em up cop movies, because like I'm looking at a lot of the stuff, but after this,
I liked the.
It's not really.
I liked the quest. It was very
Like
Bloodsport.
Double Team is him and Rodman. That's
yeah.
that's a dumbass movie. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's not. The Legionnaire, I don't know.
That was not good.
Universal Soldier: The Return, I don't
That's
remember this
later.
movie.
That's a lot later. That's
But
like,
it's still technically 90s. It's up to 99. Like,
yeah, that's
I'm
what
just trying to
Goldberg-
see like what is like
That's what Goldberg
left. What's left that
Yeah,
you
like,
can.
Not,
So yeah, you know, you're right. You're right, because the stuff that is before it, I kind of, you know what it is. I attribute to Van Damme's career. I think in my head it's 90s, but in reality,
it's 80s.
it's really 88 that put him on the map, because
Yeah.
you could look at the other stuff that's before Bloodsport. It's not on the radar as big as Bloodsport. It's just not.
Yeah.
Bloodsport, then Cyborg, then Kickboxer was like the trio.
Yeah.
It was like, that's Van Damme right there, and then you keep going and keep going. So yeah, you're right.
I like
You're right.
Lionheart a lot too. Nowhere to Run.
I don't.
was
I
good,
do
too.
not remember Lionheart. No, wait. Is Lionheart the? No. I don't remember. I have to watch that again.
Lionheart, like he was like doing. It was like pretty much Street Fighter. He ran around
Really?
and fought people in the street,
Oh,
and they were
wow.
like these rich people betting on these fights and shit.
Did he also have a big friend? The big dude was his friend.
No, that was that's
See again, because he had a trope. He had a trope he had that in 2 movies. He had that in Kickboxer and in Bloodsport.
Yeah.
So, okay.
But yeah, after this movie, this was written. He
I remember that foreign that had Paul Robeson, and he was in jail. I remember that.
because he was in Maximum
Yeah.
Risk too.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
All right. So
Timecop was the decline.
So Double Team was the last movie Universal Soldier Returns was the last movie that went to theaters. Everything else, like after this, did not hit theaters.
Well, was that his biggest one? Like box office, like draw, Van Damme? Would you say
First
that was
Universal.
more than? I guess so, right? Not Street Fighter, because that flopped. So
It flopped, but Hard Target did pretty good well in theaters. Hard
but
Target did good in theaters.
But do you think it did as good as? Did it do as good as Universal Soldier? The Return?
That's right.
Because that's the one with Goldberg. So
I didn't like that one.
definitely not the
Highest
first one.
Box office.
Definitely not the first Universal Soldier.
Office for.
Just trying to think about it. Like
Man.
I think he did fall off. He fell off kind of early, didn't he?
You want to know his highest box office?
What is his high? Which movie?
Kung Fu Panda 2.
Damn.
He was a waste in it. Yeah.
All right. Well, try to
So
find the
his
ones that's
movies,
not.
his movies, the Time Cop was his highest grossing.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Time Cop, Street Fighter, Nowhere to Run.
That's not even what I thought it would be. Wow.
Yeah, Nowhere to Run is number 5. Nowhere to Run was actually a good movie.
Know What Run is okay before Last Action Hero, after Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
Do not remember that. I did not see this. Okay. All right. So you just reminded me I have some Van Damme stuff to look up. Then.
Yeah.
But like, so yeah, he was definitely. I mean, well, apparently by what you say,
Yeah.
Street Fighter was not the worst movie, worst grossing movie he made.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. So
Yeah.
I guess Street Fighter was the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Because you say of his own movies, do they even count JCVD?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
messed
JCVD wasn't a theater theatrical release. It was like
Oh,
an
it
independent.
wasn't.
It was
Oh, it
an
wasn't?
independent film.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I remember that
So,
going
yeah.
to DVD.
Yeah. Well, I know that was straight to streaming. I saw it on Netflix. So
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Okay.
So we cracked that mystery of where he fell.
Yeah. And
It was Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Street Fighter and
So he
appearing
had
on
one more.
Friends.
He had one more. So Time Cop was his pinnacle. Okay.
Yeah.
Take it back.
I think Time Cop was also one of his biggest budget movies.
I guess so. It just
Actually,
didn't
no.
look like
Hard Target was.
as in like that.
Hard
As in
Target.
what?
Hard Target was his biggest budget to
Okay.
a movie. The reason why is because John Woo was fucking directing it.
Got you. Understood.
Yeah,
Now I understand.
it's crazy.
All right.
Yeah, Van Damme, what's up? He went and then he was also on Friends.
I see. I see.
I think that's
This is a lot of stuff that he was in afterwards. Like
he did a lot of like straight to DVD movies after that, like a lot.
majority of the cast, though, he's like the most he's the most like actual famous person here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking through right now. Like Mia Sarah, I don't have her down for anything like super. I mean, as the lead.
Yeah.
In anything like she actually has like a pretty decent career going up to 2013 here. But like nothing I see on here is like, oh man, she was in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bruce McGill. Let's see if he was in anything because he looks very familiar. I feel like he was in
Bruce
something.
McGill. He's in a ton of movies.
But like
even
was the biggest movie he was in? Because he's a supporting character mostly as well.
I'll tell you right now. Something bigger than Timecop.
Yeah, I mean,
he's in Run All Night. He's in Ride Along 2. He's in Ride Along 1. He's in Family Guy. He's in.
Wait, Ride Along is who?
With Kevin Hart and
Oh yeah, okay.
Ice-T.
Got you. Right on.
He's in Special Victim Music. He's in Law Abiding Citizens. He's in Obsessed. He's in The Perfect Game. He's in a lot of movies. He got a lot of shit going. So I guess he has the most work. He has a lot of work, so he has done it. Oh shit, he was in Behind Enemy Lines too with that was The Game. Okay.
Yeah, see, he does voiceover work as well.
Yeah, yes. So he done a lot of shit. So he's successful.
But I'm just trying to go through. Let's see. Let's check Gloria Rubin as Fielding. I thought she was a pretty cool character.
Yeah.
They introduced. Again, for this movie in particular, I really do like how they did a lot of the characters that they introduced, because her character, she was introduced as a new person.
Yeah.
Who was like from, I think they said, internal affairs, because his partner in the beginning turned out to be the guy. He was a guy working for the senator. You find out skimming money, like the guy who stole from the army in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like it all centers around a certain plot with a certain person.
Yeah.
And like that's when you're first introduced to Van Damme as the time cop. And I thought that scene was pretty cool. The part with the guy in the beginning. He's like, he's not going back. That's like 23 it was. He was on Wall Street, and he basically used the paper from the future. And it was literally around the time of the Great Depression of people jumping out of windows. Literally, he's on his way to work, rolls up. A dude is just splattered on the sidewalk. And he just rolls in. He's like, oh, such a shame. And he goes up, pulls out the USA Today that did not exist, and is just pulling quotes and shit. It's like, all right, that's cool. And then he has like the future gun. It's like starts shooting up the office after the guy comes in. He does the fisticuff pose to Van Damme.
Yeah,
like, I started dying. Like small details like that in this movie had me dying. Like there was enough of that stuff.
It was a fun movie. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like
definitely not a bad movie. Like so like okay, I could see it. Box office blockbuster, definitely not. Like we said, the CG effects, they didn't even rival The Mask, which came out before this. So no. That wasn't gonna blow you away. The strength of this movie is like the characters around Van Damme and stuff. Obviously, Van Damme is Van Damme. You can either take or leave his acting, but it's not like this was him hamming it up. It was all right.
Yeah. It's Van Damme being Van Damme.
He's a guy from Brussels who's also a cop. It just is what it is.
Oh, he's a cop.
You
ever watched the Republican? I forgot the name. Republican. I don't remember. It was with Van Damme that he played. It is another movie that he played the twin. He played himself twice.
Oh, so he's got 3 movies where he played himself?
Yeah, but this one was actually pretty cool because he was like the murderer and shit, and he was actually really good in that.
Well, did you ever see The Last Universal Soldier?
I saw the second one. I did not see the last. No, not the second. The third one. The one that it was like very quiet, and Dolph Lundgren returned, and I think he fought Atkins in the end.
Oh, okay, that's the third. Yeah,
That's
that
the
is
third
the
one.
one-
And then
that's
there's
the
a
one
fourth
before
one
the
with
last one.
Batista.
Okay, so it's before the one with Batista. Yes,
I've seen that one.
that
one was pretty good.
I think it's called The Return. I'm not. No, not The Return.
Yeah, it was Universal Soldier: The Return. No, that was
Yeah.
part 2.
That was the Goldberg one. That's
It was
why I took
Universal
that.
Soldier again. It was just Universal Soldier.
It was yeah. That one is a freaky ass movie, and I like that one. Like he doesn't even talk during that movie.
Yeah, it was like very quiet. It was just the fight scenes, and I thought that movie was actually pretty
and
good.
it was extremely violent.
Yes, we like the violence.
But it was good. Dolph Lundgren in the hotel, just
You gotta watch the one on Netflix
slowly
now.
getting his powers back or something like that. Like it's crazy.
There's one
Say that
on
again?
Netflix now called The Last Mercenary. That was actually pretty good.
Is that the one with him and Scott Atkins Dowles? There's a movie where they're like dueling assassins. Is that the one?
I
Like
think
well, he's like one of them is the assassin, the other one is the guy that's supposed to stop the assassin.
no, he's not. This guy Atkins is not in this.
Okay, there's a movie like that with both of them in it, which that's really good.
Yeah,
I have to find out which one that is actually.
yeah, that might be something
there?
we go through is Van Damme movies eventually. The Redux.
Yeah.
He has some really weird ones. Like
He has some artsy movies that he did. And I was like, all right,
yeah,
that's cool. That's cool. I appreciate it. Cause he really changed it up after his drug issues. He took himself to task, I assume, and then just came back as like, you know what, I'm just gonna be just old man Van Damme. Like, remember when he did that one commercial with the splits,
yeah.
and then like everybody was like, oh look, Van Damme's still alive.
Doing splits though.
So yeah.
Trying to find a damn movie I was just telling you about. I remember it clearly because he played it again. It was him as a fucking.
Oh, it's
twin again.
Assassination Games. That's the name of the movie.
Okay.
Assassination Games is the movie.
He has a lot of crazy movies though.
Yes.
I'm trying to find the one I was just telling you about. Where is it?
But yeah, this one, I can say it holds up to his standard of movies. Like if you
Yes.
just want to see a Van Damme movie, yes, this is
Yes.
not going to disappoint. I had the idea that it would, but no,
Okay.
no. This is
So
a
what do you
pretty
give it?
standard Van Damme action flick. I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5. So is it over? So your top 3.5 is Meteor Man, and your lowest is Weird Science.
Is there anything in between though?
Yeah, Hardware, Fantastic Four, Toxic Avenger 3.
It's over Toxic Avenger 3.
Okay. So Timecop 3.5. I'm giving it a 3. And it's gonna go right over Rocketeer.
Okay.
So our next movie for this 2 decades of comic book superhero movies is another Batman movie, Batman Forever,
Mm-hmm.
starring
Oh
Val
boy,
Kilmer.
another movie with a terrible video game.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting. I haven't seen this in a long time, so I'm down for it.
Yeah, I know, right?
I have a feeling I'm gonna really enjoy it just because I'm not gonna take this movie really seriously.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm
Yeah.
sure at the time, if you had to watch this, you'd probably be like, "What the hell is this?" But like, just taking it now as a not serious thing for fun
Yeah,
is probably because I think this was, again, wasn't this a Schumacher movie?
yeah, it's the first one.
So this is the beginning of that. We're going back to the '66 type of thing.
Yeah.
Because the Riddler in this movie is bananas.
Yes, and he kind
And
of
so it's Two-Face.
Two-Face was
Two-Face is in
retarded
this
too.
movie.
Yeah, he was.
He's a nut.
Yeah,
So
and Drew Barrymore
Yeah.
was in this.
yeah, nothing in this movie is really that. Yeah, she's I think Sugar.
Yeah. And
I
then
forgot who Spice.
I forgot Spice, but I really enjoyed that part.
So I guess it'll be all right.
And we got a shitty Robin.
Chris O'Donnell was kind of ineffective. He wasn't like a bad Robin, but it's just like he was a Robin.
Yeah, he was there.
He was a Robin. He had some scenes. He had a motorcycle. So
Yeah.
he did some stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Was this the movie that showed the butt cheeks when they got in the suits? The first one?
Yes.
Yeah, it
did.
was, right? Yeah.
And the ending ended with the bat nip.
No, that's not this movie.
You
right?
get the first nip in the last suit.
Oh, he changed his suits.
Yes, and you see the scene of them two running with each other.
Yeah. Well, you know what is interesting, because when you were mentioning the Todd McFarlane stuff,
Yeah.
this is the movie I remember, like, specifically, that I want to say it had the most Batman toys come out with it.
It did have a shitload of toys.
It had a ton of Batman. None of them were in the movie. It just had a ton of Batman
Yeah.
for the toy line, for the Batman Forever line. Like, I just remember there being so many.
Yeah.
And it had that cool ass Batmobile, the one with the blue skeleton or
Yeah.
whatever.
Very
So,
techno-y. It was like very like high, like limelight and shit, like neon lights
high
and all
tech,
that shit.
yeah. Mhm.
But yeah, I haven't seen this in a while, so I'm actually kind of looking forward to watching it. I think I'm going to enjoy it just because of fucking Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was fucking great as Riddler. I actually liked him as Riddler a lot. So,
Yes, sir.
we'll
This
see.
is the only Val Kilmer Batman.
The only Val
Also.
Kilmer Batman. And honestly, if you see, my mom was telling me to watch the documentary on Val Kilmer. She said it was really good, and it's really sad
Okay.
to hear what the fuck he had to go through a lot of shit that he was doing. So I gotta watch that. I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay, got you.
But yeah, Batman Forever will be our next movie for our 2 decades of comic book superhero movies. We are getting there. We actually have, I guess we have less than what we went to before. We have a lot less now. We are down to probably like the 20 movies. So right now, Batman Forever will be the next movie. We have Crying Freeman. After that, Darkman 2. After that, Judge Dredd, and that will probably close out September. October, we have Power Rangers the movie, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight, Tank Girl, and Barbed Wire.
I could see
The heavy hitters.
I could see Power Rangers the movie being like probably 4.5 range for me. I like that movie.
So we did shout outs to the Morphin Cast. We did our reviews of the movies and everything like that. I have a lot of issues with the movie. I had a ton of issues with the movie, so it might not be as fair as like I wish it. Honestly, I wish the movie was part of the show, and I think that's the biggest mistake they did with that. As in Turbo, I think I liked more than the original movie, just because Turbo was connected to the show.
Okay,
And
I can see
the
that.
thing.
I can see that.
But yeah. So our top 10, Mike or Louis Beans, your top 10 is RoboCop, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, RoboCop 2, Batman, Toxic Avenger, Superman 2, The Mask, Blank Man, Dark Man, and Superman the movie. That nothing changed this week. Same here. Mine's is Turtles, RoboCop, The Mask, Batman, RoboCop 2, The Crow, Superman 2, Blank Man, Dark Man, and Flash Gordon. Flash Gordon's hanging in there, very strong. I'm surprised that's still there. My top 10.
Yes, sir.
But yes, we have done 37 movies. This will be movie 38. It will be Batman Forever. So to then, I guess we'll wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is also Spotify. And we got a WordPress. Where you at, Mark?
Yep. Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Merc the Mic. Follow on Twitch, on Twitter, and then on my PSN. I've been posting a lot of pictures of Ghost of Tsushima. I've been loving that game. The DLC is so good right now. I'll go to a full like review of it next week. So when I finish it, I can really tell you everything about it and shit like that. But it's been fantastic, and the story is actually really interesting. So it's really good DLC. Yeah. So that'll be that. Shout outs, and then follow our other cast. We have the Morphin Cast. We have Shell Shock. We got the Game of Rage and Not a Trekkie. We have new episodes coming soon, so definitely check those out. The Morphin Cast just released. We released the Abba Ranger Sentai of Dino Thunder, so check that one out. SPD will be next one that we posted up very soon, so check those out. And that's about it. Follow
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make sure you check out the Mass Effect 1 Legendary Edition playthrough on the YouTube.
Nice.
That game is funny. It is a buggy mess still in some spots. There's some jank in that game. I got stuck backwards in a cutscene.
How are you liking the game though? Because
Liara didn't load into a room one time, but she could still use powers through the wall. There's some jank. And then there's the enemies, because I'm playing on veteran, not insanity.
Yeah.
And even on veteran, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Right. But then there's sometimes where the game just, all right, you gotta die. I got to the point. Let's see. The first part was the Batarian, like the DLC. I never played that before. So there's a DLC for Mass Effect 1 where you go into a meteor.
Yeah. And
you have to stop the rockets before it snaps to a planet, and you have to fight the Batarians, because otherwise they're not actually in the game.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So because I did not know the Batarians were in part 1. So you play this, right? And then there's a part to when you actually get to the guy. You have to drive the Mako around, and then there's the bases where his teams are holed up. There's just one that's surrounded by mines, and it's almost like you have to get lucky to get through.
Yeah.
Like they tell you to get on foot and like walk past them, but then they're set up in such a way where you have to thread them so thinly that you have to know exactly where to go. So it actually ended up going up the mountain, thinking I could be smart and go over them. There's invisible walls in that game.
Yeah. I had those same
I found that out. Like that. So then I slid down the mountain and slid right through them. I almost blew up, and I was like, I hate this. That's so stupid. Because I have it on footage. I literally died like 4 times trying to get there, trying to do it the right way. Oh yeah, let me take my time. Let me kill all the enemies and walk in here all nice like. Yeah. Boom, dead. I slide down the hill. I just squeezed through the hitbox. I'm like, this game is still janky. I love it. But what? And playing and the other thing is, I never played full Renegade.
Oh, okay.
When you play full Renegade in Mass Effect 1, it sounds like you're playing it. The dialogue and the delivery is like playing a kind of like a Van Damme level action movie. Yeah. The responses you give to some of the shit happening today, well, there's a lot of people out there that don't like humans. I'd say today the good guys won. I'm just like, damn, fucked up. Because the things I did to win was literally shoot the guy and let him bleed out to death. It's just messed up. So you can do some real dumb stuff if you do Renegade in this game. So that's what I'm doing. And since I remember somewhat of how to set up the powers and stuff, that's not a problem. Yeah. Because before when I played the game, I didn't know what I was doing so much. Yeah. And I ended up with stats all over the place. But now I know what stats, what am I going to actually use in combat? Yeah. So now I just pump that all the way to the max. And if I'm not using it, why would I put skill points in it? Exactly. So now I start doing that. And like, you'd be surprised how just broken pushes in that game. I picked Biotic, the Adept. Yeah. Like you're squishy, you die really fast. Yeah. But man, force powers in that game are cheap. Yes, they were. I try hard to not just have Liara in the team all the time, but when you have her on the team, you have 2 people that have singularity. You can lift that. You can lift everything. Yeah, I pretty much used them like just for like to get the trophy because I platinumed that game. Mm-hmm. So and it's actually not a hard platinum. Like you get platinum that game maybe one playthrough. Okay. If you actually look at some of the lists and stuff like that to pay attention to certain things. So other than that, it's just pretty much using your powers and combining powers. So basically, like if you have a person with another power, you just combine the 2 and you'll be able to get a lot of those things done. Gotcha. But I think 1 was the hardest one to get through just because how dated it's still. Even his remaster is still pretty dated. But I enjoyed it. Janky. The story I think is the better story though. Mm-hmm. Like, because the villain, I think he was the better villain of the main story. Yeah. But other than that, like I'm glad that you're playing it, and like, are you enjoying it? Yeah, I like the game, but I only
Yeah.
played it on 360 when it first came out. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never went back to it. I never played the DLC. So this stuff I've never seen.
Okay, cool. So it's
But
new to you.
and also my memory mostly is from the motion comic.
Oh
So now it's
shit.
like, because that's been for years. You have to remember how old the game is.
Yeah.
That motion comic has been around for almost as long.
Yeah.
So like the choices and stuff, I've always got Rex because I played the motion comic, right?
Yeah.
Only in the real game do I remember, oh yeah, you have to be full Paragon or full evil to get him.
Yeah.
And I've seen it be full good. I've never seen it be full bad
Oh
to
shit.
get him. So
Okay, cool.
and just seeing all that's the most fun part though. The choices as a renegade in that game,
It's
they're
hilarious.
messed up.
You can beat down the reporter and shit.
Oh no, I see. I didn't do that yet. I gotta do that. But always talking shit to the council.
Yeah.
Yes. Always talking shit to your squad mates. Yes. Like some of them I don't, because I don't want to turn them off to you. Because some of them, if you're mean to them, you don't get certain things.
Yeah, you won't get their loyalty mission.
So like, there's a certain point, but some of them when they suggest it, I'm like, no,
No.
let's
Shut
do
up.
this my way. So yeah. And
Yeah.
thankfully Rex is always like for the evil way, the asshole way. So
Yeah, Rex is
and Garrus
Garrus is
So,
like, yeah, why not? Okay,
break
cool.
the rules.
I'm all
So
for
let's do
that.
it.
Yeah,
But that's fun.
I like because going through that again, like I did a hero, but like in the only game that you actually see like the difference of your characters in 2 and 3, like you actually see like your evilness is like fucking your face up and shit.
Oh, you can fix that. I don't like how it looks.
I wanted to see.
I
how
only
bad
like
it
how
gets,
evil
though.
looks. I don't like the good guy looking that one.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
because I actually wanted to see like how far it would go, like when you were evil.
See, that's the thing. You could tell it was made by a company that made Star Wars games, because
Yeah.
you look like a Sith.
Yeah,
You
With the
really
red
do.
eyes
And
and
then
shit.
too, yeah. And
Yeah.
the cracks in your face. Yep.
yep,
So-
yep.
But that's not that game. That's 2. So we'll see.
Yep.
Still fun.
Cool.
Still is, but it's buggy as hell, dude. I had an enemy spawn in the floor. Thank God it didn't lock the game. It's a ride. So it's gonna be an adventure. Hopefully most of that stuff is on recording so like, you can see it. If it
Cool.
breaks, you'll see it.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. All right, peace out. Laters.
Don't forget to slap the jinkies if you give him the sandwich. Only if you give it to him.
Or a Van Damme kick.
I mean, if you can do the split kicks, then good on you. But that might be the ticket for the cast. The Van Damme kicking the underwear.